Thinking about staying at a Club Med but not sure what to expect? Or maybe you've got your eye on La Plantation d'Arbion in Mauritius and want to know if it's worth it? Either way, I've got you covered. I'll take you through everything, how we spent our week here, what the Club Med experience is really like, and by the end, you'll know if this resort is right for you. Sounds good? Let's get started. Hi fellow travelers, Ken from Ken Travels 360 here, coming to you from Club Med La Plantation d'Arbion in Mauritius. This is one of Club Med's premium resorts, promising a mix of luxury, all-inclusive ease, and that signature Club Med atmosphere. But does it live up to the hype? Today, I will take you on a full tour of the resort, show you the highlights of our stay, and share my honest thoughts, so you can decide if this is the kind of holiday you'd enjoy. Let's start with where this resort is. Club Med La Plantation d'Arbion sits on the west coast of Mauritius, about an hour's drive from the airport. Unlike the busier areas like Gombe Bay or Flic en Flac, it's tucked away in a secluded green setting, surrounded by the Indian Ocean. Instead of long sandy beaches, it features dramatic rocky coves and a more private atmosphere. Now, let's talk about first impressions, starting with check-in. Unlike Sandals, Club Med doesn't include airport transfers, but since we rented a car to explore Mauritius before our stay, we just drove here ourselves. When we arrived, we were greeted with welcome drinks. Check-in itself was smooth and relaxed. There were no queues, no standing at a desk. Instead, we sat in the open-air lobby while the staff handled everything. And speaking of the lobby, it really sets the tone for the whole resort. It's not your typical grand hotel entrance. Instead, it's open, airy, and incredibly peaceful. Dark wood, soft lighting, and subtle water features gives it a very zen feel, almost like stepping into a wellness retreat. After we were checked in, it was time to check out our room. Before heading to our room, let's take a moment to appreciate the setting. The resort consists of several low-rise buildings that blend seamlessly into the lush tropical landscape. Set among beautifully landscaped gardens, the pathways between them are scenic and easy to navigate. The resort itself is quite expansive. It can take up to 10 minutes to walk from one end to the other. But if you'd rather not walk, golf buggies are available to shuttle guests around. This is our room 409. Let's have a room tour. So first of all, instead of a room key, you actually get a wristband like this. It's waterproof. You can use it to open the door to your room, and you can use it to charge things. We booked a superior room, which is a generous 41 square meters. Plenty of space to spread out and relax. Since Club Med is a French brand, the toilet is separate from the bathroom, which is quite common in France. It does mean the shower and sink area stay completely free when someone else is using the toilet. Speaking of the bathroom, it's well laid out. There's a wide vanity with 2 sinks, so no fighting over counter space. To the left, there's a large bathtub, perfect for a soak after a day in the sun. The toiletries are from Cinq Monts, a French brand known for its spa-quality products. And next to the tub, there's a rain shower, which has great water pressure. For storage, there are 2 wardrobes, providing more than enough space. Inside, you'll find a safe for valuables and plenty of drawers to keep things organized. Between the 2 wardrobes, there's a full-length mirror, which is always handy. Now, onto the main bedroom. The furniture here is mostly dark wood, giving the space a warm and natural feel. Against the wall, there's a large flat-screen TV with a desk underneath. For sleeping arrangements, there are 2 twin beds pushed together, creating a large sleeping area. To one side, there's a chaise lounge, a nice extra sitting option if you want to lounge without getting into bed. I also really like these thin purple drapes. They add a pop of color to the room while still letting in plenty of light, keeping the space bright and airy. Now let's check out the balcony. Since we're on the first floor, we've got a great view. From here, we can see the Zen pool. with the Indian Ocean stretching beyond it. And just to the right, we have a clear view of the spa area. If you just want to relax outside, there are a couple of lounge chairs, making this a great space to sit back and enjoy the view. As I mentioned, our room is very close to the Zen pool, which is one of the 3 swimming pools here at the resort, and they all offer very different experiences. The Zen pool is an adults-only infinity pool designed for total relaxation, so no kids under 16 are allowed here. It's quiet, peaceful, and has a bar right next to it serving drinks, making it the perfect spot to unwind. There's also a special a la carte restaurant here, but I will talk about that later. Then we have the main pool, which is where all the action happens. This is a big pool, great for swimming, but it's also the hub for fun activities. You can join an aqua aerobics class here to burn off some of those extra calories, or you can take part in the resort's signature crazy science dance sessions, which I'll cover more later. Or you could just enjoy some light-hearted games. Here you can see me playing pool tennis, which was really fun, even though I was no good at it. And then there's the third pool, which is inside the children's club. This one, of course, is out of bounds for me.
Let's talk about one of the most important aspects to most people, the food. For an all-inclusive resort, the food in general is very good quality. Most of the meals happen at the buffet restaurant, La Distillery.
The selection here changes daily, so it doesn't feel too repetitive. And there are plenty of live cooking stations preparing fresh dishes on the spot. You'll find a wide variety of appetizers, main courses, cheese and desserts, with a good mix of local and international options. Of course, with any buffet, there are times when some dishes aren't as great, but overall the standard is high. Now, as this place caters to mostly French, they have this pre-dinner tradition where canapes and aperitifs are served at the main bar. It's a time for relaxation, conversation, and enjoying the company of friends and family before the actual dinner. Aside from the buffet, there's Le Phare, the resort's a la carte restaurant. Some nights it's complimentary and you can order from the menu, which offers a more refined dining experience. On other nights, it runs special themed events, such as an all-you-can-eat lobster night, which comes as an extra charge. The quality here is noticeably a step up, making it a nice change from the buffet. And then there was Gala Night, one of the most special evenings of the week. This is when everyone dresses in white, so make sure you pack accordingly. The dinner takes place at the fort, creating a stunning setting for the evening. It's still a buffet, but the food is taken up a notch, with premium selections that you wouldn't normally get on other nights. After dinner, there's an acrobatic performance, and the night ends with a fun tradition, with everyone twirling their napkins in the air as the kitchen staff parade through the venue in celebration. It's a really lively and memorable way to wrap up the evening.
As for beverage, it's mostly quite good, although champagne is only offered after 6 p.m. Most drinks that you can think of, they will serve it. I asked for mudslide and they were unfamiliar with it, but once I've shown them the ingredient, they were happy to make one for me. They don't have an ice blender, so they couldn't make cocktails like strawberry daiquiri. Water, tea, coffee and other soft drinks are all freely available. You'll definitely never go thirsty here.
Of course, after indulging in all that great food, you might want to take some time to relax, or burn off a few extra calories.
And here, we've got the fitness center as well as the spa by Cinq Mondes. Let's go check it out.
Club Med Spa is run by Cinq Mondes, a brand known for its luxurious, globally inspired treatments. The spa is tucked away in a peaceful setting, offering massages, facials, and body treatments. It's a great place to unwind, though we didn't spend much time here ourselves. On the other hand, if you prefer to stay active, the resort's fitness center is well equipped. There's plenty of cardio equipment, free weights, and resistant machines, making it easy to keep up with your routine. But to be honest, you probably won't need the gym, because here at Club Med, there are so many sports and activities to keep you moving.
Let's talk about activities. That's one of the biggest selling points of Club Med.
There's a golf course here, and if you've never played before, no worries, you can join the free lessons. When we went to Club Med Bali, we had a few lessons, but this time we prioritized other activities, so we didn't get around to it. If golf isn't your thing, then maybe tennis is. The resort has several courts, and just like with golf, if you're a beginner, you can take the free lessons to learn. One activity we did make time for was archery. It had been a while since we last tried it, so a quick refresher from the staff got us back on track. And before long, we were having a great time taking aim and firing arrows. For those who enjoy something a bit more relaxing, yoga classes are held throughout the day.
Behind me, this is the area where you can do aerial yoga.
If you prefer team sports, there are football sessions, perfect for meeting other guests and getting a bit of friendly competition going. But my personal favorite activity has got to be the flying trapeze. This is one of the things that makes Club Med truly unique. I first tried it at Club Med Bali, but back then I never got past simply hanging onto the bar and swinging in the air. This time though, with the support of the amazing staff, I actually learned my first trick, the knee hang. My first attempt didn't quite go to plan. I wasn't flexible enough to get my legs through my arms properly.
Squeeze, squeeze! Hands, keep like this, don't move your legs, that's good, point your toes. I say point your toes, not hands up. Okay, hands up, look me. Legs down.
But I came back the next day, and this time the GOs or the staff taught me a different approach, which is called the hawk style knee hang. This technique means you grip the bar with your hands close together, and then you hook your legs around the outside of your arms. And with this different approach, I finally did it. It was such an exhilarating feeling hanging in the air like that. And I have to say, it wouldn't have been possible without the GOs, who even gave me a little boost to help lift my legs up. You may have noticed I used the term GOs a couple of times, so let me quickly explain how the staff system works at Club Med, because it's quite different from most other resorts. One thing that makes Club Med different from other resorts is its unique staff system. Here, guests are called JM, short for Gentilmembre, which means gentle members in French. The staff, on the other hand, are known as GOs, or Gentils Organisateurs, gentle organizers. But they are not just regular resort staff. GOs are the heart of Club Med. They organize activities, teach sports, put on shows, and actually socialize with guests. They come from all over the world, bringing different skills and talents, and the job isn't just about service, it's about making sure everyone feels included and has a great time. It creates a different kind of atmosphere from a typical resort. Rather than just being served by staff, you're part of a community where the GOs are out and about, joining in on the fun. Now, let's talk about the water sports that are offered by Club Med Albion here.
They offer lots of non-motorized water activities like snorkeling, sailing, kayak, and stand-up paddling, etc. They're all inclusive, so you don't have to pay anything. But behind me, this is the scuba diving center. Here, you can pay to learn scuba diving, or if you're already licensed, you can buy your dives here.
Personally, I was particularly interested in sailing and snorkeling. We've previously sailed Hobbycats boats many times at Sandals resorts, but the sailing boats here were larger and unfamiliar to us. Feeling a bit rusty, we asked the GOs for guidance, but with the language barrier, the instructions weren't as clear as we had hoped, making the experience a little frustrating. We started off the sailing a little differently than we were used to. Instead of launching from the beach like we've done at Sandals, the boats were tethered together and towed out by a rescue boat. This was unusual for us, as we normally decide how far out to sail on our own. Once we were further offshore, the geo released the tethers, and we were on our own. But the sea conditions were rougher than Steve was comfortable with, so he decided to transfer onto the rescue boat instead. That left me sailing solo. After stopping to let Steve off, I was trailing behind the others. When it was time to turn back, I then struggled with tacking on this unfamiliar boat. No matter how I tried, I couldn't get the sail to turn, and in the end, I had to be towed back to the shore. It was definitely an adventure, but not quite the sailing experience I was hoping for. What I enjoyed a lot more though was the snorkeling. The resort offers complimentary snorkeling trips almost daily to nearby reefs, and I took full advantage of that, going out on 4 different days. Each time, I was amazed by the vibrant marine life and the crystal clear waters. These excursions were a peaceful escape into the underwater beauty of Mauritius. If you're enjoying this adventure, don't forget to give this video a like. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell for more travel videos like this. And if you got any questions or thoughts, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Oh, I really enjoy the snorkeling here. There are so many corals in the reef here, and there's so many interesting fish. At one point, I saw like thousands of yellow fishes. It's just incredible. Now, after all these water activities, you might just want to slow things down and relax by the beach. And luckily, Club Med Albion has 2 to choose from. The main beach is where all the water sports take place, so it's the livelier of the 2. While it's not as expansive as the golden stretches of Flic on Flac, it still has its charm. There are plenty of sun lounges, and the beach is surrounded by lush tropical greenery. One day, the staff were handing out fresh coconut drinks straight from the coconut, which really add to the perfect island paradise feeling. On some days, they ran Club Med's signature Crazy Science dance here, bringing up the energy levels and adding to the fun. There's also a smaller, more secluded beach within the resort, located near some of the accommodation. However, it's quite rocky, making it less ideal for swimming. Still, if you're just looking to sunbathe in a quiet spot, it could be a great place to unwind.
And all the activities do not stop when the sun goes down. On most nights, there's an evening show. which is reasonably entertaining.
While it's not exactly Broadway, it's still an enjoyable way to spend the evening. Unlike other resorts that bring in professional performers, Club Med shows are put on by the Geos themselves. They're not trained dancers or acrobats, but they put in a lot of effort, and it's all part of the Club Med charm. Of course, after seeing full-scale productions on Royal Caribbean cruise ships, this is on a much smaller scale. But that's to be expected when you're at a resort with 600 guests rather than a ship with over 5,000. But what really sets the nightlife apart here is what happens after the show. Instead of winding down, the party picks up with Geo-led crazy science dancing. It's a high-energy, interactive experience that really brings people together. On some nights, there are some extra specials events. One evening, we had a short dominoes, and then on the other, we had a champagne fountain, followed by a short fireworks display. It's a fun social atmosphere that keeps the night going.
But let's talk about language. If you speak French, then you're all set here. 90% of the guests here are French speakers, so French is the main language used here. If you have got some tourist level French, like we do, then you'll understand a bit, but mostly you'll be relying on translation. We've been to other Club Meds, but this one has got to be the most French-oriented one. Does the language issue detract from our enjoyment? A little bit, perhaps. There are definitely times we felt a little bit disconnected when sometimes it felt like they spoke a full minute of French and then they gave us a one-sentence summary in English.
Overall though, we thoroughly enjoyed our stay at Club Med La Plantation d'Albion. The setting here is stunning, the service is friendly, and there's always something to do, whether you want to stay active or simply relax. So who is this resort best suited for? If you're looking for a lively all-inclusive with lots of activities, great food, and a social atmosphere, Club Med is hard to beat. The Zen pool and peaceful surroundings mean it still works well for couples wanting a more relaxing escape. For us, the unique Club Med experience made this a fantastic stay, and we'll happily return. So what do you think? Would you stay here? Let me know in the comments. Well, I hope you enjoyed this full tour and review of Club Med La Plantation d'Albion in Mauritius. If you are planning a trip to this tropical paradise, watch one of these videos next to check out the must-see sites while you are here. See you in the next one. Ciao!